Palward. I know I just said that weird, but I could never roll my R's in case you couldn't tell. But Palward, it is a game that just came out recently. It's 1.0. It's officially out of early access and it seems like people are enjoying it. If you don't know what it is, it's a game where just like Pokemon, you can basically raise animals, your pals. They kind of look like Pokemon, but there's a little bit of a twist in there that they add an extra spice in there. And there's a lot more stuff you can do with the pals. You can give them weapons. Your character can have weapons, armor, and all that. And calm down now. You can make them breed with each other, I believe, to make even stronger. And a little bit of story time. Originally, Palward was almost not a thing, and people seem to enjoy it because Nintendo sure as heck did not enjoy it. Once upon a time, they tried to copyright them, they tried to annihilate the game from existence. They hated the concept of it because, just like the little stinky Cheeto fingers they are, they do not like when people use anything related to them and their games and their franchise. You name your firstborn Mario, guess what? You're paying 50% of the profits that child makes throughout his life to Nintendo because they hate it when you name them Mario or Luigi. They will hunt that child down. They hate when people use their copyright and they don't get any pennies from it. It's fine if you give them pennies, but if you don't give them pennies, that's the problem. So they tried to destroy Palward. They tried to throw them with copyrights like the Pokeball system, and the Pals are just Pokemon. And it's a parody of Pokemon, so of course it is going to use Pokemon assets. And they know that. They know that themselves. Palward does this. So they eventually took them to court and nothing happened from it. And then they tried again, I think recently, and then the court was all like, shut up and go away. We're kind of getting sick of you, Nintendo. And they shooed them off, and Palward is stronger than ever. I think it had like 700,000 concurrent players when 1.0 released. So yeah, the game seems to be going strong and it's still very much popular. But that's not the only thing it copied from Pokemon. There is another thing that it unfortunately copied from Pokemon that is not in the game. What, you may ask? That is how down bad these people can be. They are extremely down bad, just like the Pokemon community. And this is my little test, when they show like those black prints, they're all like, what does this image look like? I'm going to show you an image, and if you react, then I know what kind of person you are. All right, I'm about to show you. If you react, I know what kind of person you are. Again, bam. If it shows. Now calm down, boy. Calm down. It's not what you think. I'm not into Low Bunny. That is a Pokemon that people they really like, to say the least. If you like bounce on your screen, then you're probably playing Palward because there is a community going around right now, and a new pal called Shikmit. She is based off, and the problem with these pals is that they look very humanoid. They have assets, to say the least. And this new one called Shikmit, whatever it's called, I'm kind of just saying a slur right there, but she's based off like the Egyptian woman. Like, if you know the meme with the Animal Crossing chick, the one that dances, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's better just to show you examples. So here is the image of her, the pal everyone is talking about. She's new to the game. As you can see, she looks very humanoid, a little bit cat in there, but there is humanity. What's the word for it? I forgot. Anatomy, human anatomy in there, and people are enjoying that. And she definitely looks like the Animal Crossing chick. The more I look at it, if you know, you know. And it seems like the devs are kind of okay with it in a way because they do enjoy their freedom. They're not like Nintendo. And people are making mods of this new PAL, and multiple PALs that can be very questionable, very, you might need to cross your legs after you see these. Palworld dev Embraces fans' eyebrow-raising female POW mods. Fun. Palworld is about having fun. Palworld Communication Director John Bucky Buckley has been playfully reacting to fan-made mods that give two female POWs noticeably exaggerated redesigns. Buckley serves as Pocket Pair's communications director and publishing manager, regularly interacting with players and commenting on community creations through this Palworld officiated X account. The reactions arrived weeks after Palworld's massive 1.0 update, which introduced more than 200 pals and helped bring nearly 1 million concurrent players back to the game. Palworld has developed an active modding scene since its early access launch, with players creating everything from quality of life improvements to heavily altered cosmetic models. Mod aggravator sites like Nexus Mods offer hundreds of Palworld mods that enhanced female pals. So if that doesn't show what kind of community we have in the PAL universe, and I don't know what does. But hey, modding is freedom. It does, longevity, increase the lifespan of a game. So there's this one video I'll show later, but Bucky gives approving reactions to Shikmit and Lovander mods. I'm not sure what that is. The first post came from Palworld player Reldrick, who shared a clip of an altered Shikmit model dancing on a couch alongside the question, what was Palworld about again? The mod keeps Shikmit recognizable black, gold, and blue design, but gives the character far more exaggerated proportions than her official appearance. Buckley responded, fun. Palworld's about having fun. When Redray answered, I like fun, Buckley followed up with a handshake reaction. He later spotted another community creation following Lovander, which has received an even more dramatic redesign. The image showed the towering pink PAL standing beside a player character, making the changes to its model difficult to miss. This PAL ain't right. Oops, something went wrong apparently. And here is the image in question. She is definitely a PAL, I can tell that, but the mods are definitely increasing something, and it's not the shield hero rising of a shield hero. Something's rising and it's not the shield hero. I'm not sure how originally this PAL looks like. I do not play the game. I probably should at this point, for definitely not these mods, but yeah, it is definitely something people are enjoying. Now, if you somehow made it to this part of the video with your pen still intact, I commend you. It takes strong will. But regardless, yes, it seems like the Power community are a bunch of degenerates, but that can be a good thing, in a way. It increases player longevity and all that, and people just like to have fun, unlike Pokemon games, where it looks like a 4-bit GameCube game, not even GameCube, like an NES game. Maybe NES games look even better. I played Scarlet and Violet, and that game was absolutely atrocious. I hated every minute of it, but yeah, Palworld seems like it's fun. I see why people play, especially for the mods. A lot of mods, apparently. And there was another thing I was going to add, but YouTube may not like it, but heck, I'll say it anyway. Don't worry, I'm not going to show anything, but apparently there was this news article. There's like a Men in Black situation where apparently either it was just me or the article's gone, but they like flashed me or the internet, and they're all like, this article doesn't exist anymore. But it was basically people leaving negative reviews of the game, and it's not because of the gameplay, it's because they couldn't have intercourse with the pals. That's right, they are mad that there is no function, no system to breed the pals. The pals can, I believe, only breed with each other, not your playable character, the human. So I don't want to know if they're actually going to add that. I don't think they are going to add. There will probably be mods to add that, but this is incredibly down bad. But I look at that Shrekmit mod and I get it. I ain't no low bunny liker or Shrekmit liker. I don't see them like that, but to each their own. To each their own. But yeah, this is an incredibly down bad community, and it's just fun. It's just some nice fun going on. So yeah, I think that's about it. Just wanted to comment on it. Maybe there'll be more, and I can see why this game almost has 1 million players. It's always nice seeing a joined together community. So I think that's about it. Take care.